Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and welcome to another episode of the EPL Index Transfer Daily. Things are hotting up, aren't they, ladies and gents? Depending on which team you follow, there is transfer news galore. So we'll start at Liverpool, ladies and gents. So if you think back to Wednesday evening, we had Ornstein and Joyce, the big hitters for Liverpool fans, saying, yeah, they were confident, or they were being briefed. Liverpool were confident Martin Zubimendi would join them. Then yesterday we had various outlets, various articles saying that it really is touch and go now. It's uncertain if the player will stay at Sociedad or move to Anfield. So it's kind of will he, won't he? We'll have to see how long we have to wait to find out Martin Zubimendi's decision. Speaking of will he, won't he, the news articles that came out from various outlets. So I'm looking at the Sky Sports one here that as of Thursday evening, very late, West Ham are back in for Jean-Claire Todibo. Yeah, a name they've been linked with before, a name they tried to do a deal for before. We think of Todibo, West Ham tried to do a deal for him before, that fell through. United had a deal in place for obvious reasons with Jim Ratcliffe and the Nice element. That fell through, as in UEFA wouldn't allow that. And then there's been all the talk that Todibo clearly wants Juventus. And that's been rumbling on and on and on and on. It seems to have gone on forever, that. Just expelled. People might have thought, hasn't that happened already? And then all of a sudden, late last night, it breaks that Tim Steidham, West Ham sporting director, is trying to do a deal, that he's got an agreement with Nice, with a loan, with an obligation to buy. He's now just trying to convince the player. So we will see what happens. So West Ham fans, Liverpool fans, there's Willie Won't East on a couple of players there, isn't there? And also Liverpool fans, the Liverpool Echo has that they have a strong interest still in Anthony Gordon. Probably no surprise there. And it won't have dampened down any expectations when Eddie Howe spoke yesterday. Will it, Newcastle fans? He talked about we may still have to make outgoings. So he talked about that quite openly. So was that a brief? Obviously, the Mark Gay situation. There's questions around that because that's been rumbling on for a few days. I was waiting for a latest. We will have to see. There's a lot going on with those clubs. Speaking of local news as well, Birmingham Live, Villa fans, they've got that Emery is still trying to convince João Felix to make the move from Atletico Madrid, where he's clearly not wanted. It seems the player may want to go to Barcelona, but could it be Villa, Birmingham, where he ends up? West Ham fans, you know as well at the same time that Kurt Zouma looks like he's on his way to Al Ahly. Literally, a deal's been agreed and medical set to take place. So it'll be 1 in, 1 out. Even other news, Liverpool fans, that Sky Germany did a few bits, that the interest in Sepp van der Berg is at fever pitch. And clubs, get this, clubs that have expressed interest in this player: Hoffenheim, Stuttgart, Wolfsburg, Mainz, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Bayer Leverkusen. 6 German clubs are interested. And as we see recently at the same time, PSV have also, and now even Feyenoord, according to Dutch reports. So potentially 8 clubs interested in Sepp van der Berg. Very hard to see him staying there, isn't it? Yeah, plenty of other news going on. The Eddie Nketiah one just rolls on. Sky Sports say they've got an interest, but will that happen? No one really knows. As well, one for Villa fans, but it links to Fulham. So Fulham are interested in Diego Carlos, according to the Telegraph. The only thing to keep an eye on, Villa fans, is, and I think Carlos isn't wanted by Emery. That's fair to say. Let's not pretend that for 1 second. However, Matt Love from the Telegraph also states that if Carlos does move, Joe Gomez and Gertrude, the Feyenoord captain with a year left in his deal, they are the 2 he's looking at as a potential replacement. So Liverpool, I mean, there's multiple players linked with exits there. Sepp van der Berg, Joe Gomez, even Billy Cometio. And the youngsters, there's no surprise there. The Athletic says he's set to move to Dundee. So there's that. And then we've also got Zubimendi and Anthony Gordon back on the radar. Zubimendi will be the hot topic. Todibo will be a hot topic as well. There is plenty going on, ladies and gents, in the football world. It is, you think, just to be clear, it's Friday the 9th of August. It is 1 week until the Premier League season starts. Things are ramping up. Deals have got to be done for clubs. You'd think they're really trying to move things fast that way. So we will keep you all across it over this month. But on Friday the 9th of August, that was your EPL Index Transfer Daily.